Before we get into trivia, it's time to throw it over to Mikey P with your Rangers Ed 150, the fastest 150 seconds in the National Hockey Podcast
Ladies and
League.
gentlemen, welcome back to the Rangers Ed 150. It was a pretty beige week in the NHL as we've officially gotten into our regular season rhythm. Out west in the Pacific Division, the Vegas Golden Knights just are not it all of a sudden. They've lost 5 of their last 7, including 1 to Pittsburgh, 1 to Washington, and 1 to Philly last week, while they're only squeaking away with 1 W against the Habs 6-5 on Thursday night. The Canucks also dropped 2 last week, and LA picked up a couple points in the standings with wins over Florida and St. Louis. Further east in the Central Division, not much to talk about here as well. No change in the standings with the Stars, Avs, and Jets in the 1, 2, and 3 spots. Dallas had a tough one Sunday against the Avs, losing 6-3, but ultimately this division is still theirs to lose. The Jets have also put together a few nice wins, and they're looking like a team that really has a solid back end. Kyle Connor's tied for the league in goals with 14 with Austin Matthews, and their defensive core of Morrissey, Dillon, DeMello, and Pionk are very difficult to get pucks and bodies behind. The Jets' issue in the last 5 years or so has been consistency in maintaining their high-level play through the course of the regular season and into the playoffs, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. Back east in the big boy half of the league, Florida Panthers suffered a big loss on Friday when Alexander Barkov collided knee-on-knee with Jackson Lacombe of the Anaheim Ducks and did leave the game. Paul Maurice commented that Barkov did avoid a major knee injury and he is listed as day-to-day, so hopefully there's nothing serious there and he does come back soon. The Bruins also had some unfortunate news with veteran fourth-line winger Milan Lucic arrested this past weekend after a domestic incident. He's taking a leave of absence from the team. There was an alleged altercation with his wife, and he is to be arraigned in court on Tuesday in Massachusetts. Back to the hockey, though. The Bruins had 2 games last week, and they came away with 5-2 wins against both Buffalo and the Canadiens to hang on to that number 1 spot in the division. Tampa had another mediocre week, and it's become very apparent how much they are missing Andrei Vasilevsky. They surrendered 5 goals in a shutout loss to the Blues. They beat the Blackhawks 4-2, and despite beating the Oilers 6-4, they did surrender 4 goals yet again, which is not a recipe for continued success. Finally, in the Metro Division, playoff tickets are officially on sale in Philadelphia as the Flyers are in the number 2 spot for the first time since I couldn't even tell you when. Flyers are riding a quality 5-game win streak with wins over Anaheim, LA, Carolina, and Vegas, and Columbus. Very unlikely Philly does make it happen this season, but it would be nice to see Carter Hart have at least a little bit of success. He's gotten absolutely pummeled for every single second he's been in the NHL because the Flyers have been absolute crap for almost a decade, so it would be nice to see him get a little bit of a taste for the W. Washington's also flipping the standings upside down in this division. They got a nice little 4-game win streak after I trashed them a couple weeks ago, so shout out to them. The Devils have lost 3 of their last 5, including a 5-3 loss to the Rangers last Saturday night, and they are also really, really struggling both defensively and between the pipes. The Hurricanes are in that number 4 spot. They dropped down 1 place since last week, but they do have a game in hand over the Flyers, so nothing to sweat there. 2 through 7 spots in this division are all separated by 4 points, so this will probably shake out pretty soon. While this is a big brawl of the middlemen at the moment, you'll likely see Carolina and New Jersey and potentially the Islanders move up in the standings a bit. After only 1 game last week, the Rangers come back with 4 this week. They got a really tough week. Tonight, Monday, they have the Dallas Stars. Wednesday, they have the Penguins. Then Friday, Saturday, they have back-to-back with the Red Hot Flyers and Bruins. They got 4 games against 4 quality opponents for the boys in blue, so we will really see what they are made of this week. Till next week, this has been your 150.